Elizabeth, what is going on with history being made on American Idol last night?
It was a historic night on American Idol.
This, please.
It was like no other elimination show last night on American Idol. They actually used the save on American Idol.
Oh, that's what they were talking about.
Which is this one time.
If you don't win.
If you get voted off, like Matt did, he didn't have enough votes. So he was in the bottom 2 or 3, and then he was the last one. So he was essentially going home. There he is. And Ryan's trying to, talk to him there. But they have this save that they can use one time only. And they chose to use it on Matt and keep him in against the vote. So Simon said, "You're in," and then they're all celebrating Disco Week. So he kind of brought it back to reality.
Yeah,
so 2 people will be eliminated
historic?
next week.
The other people get saved.
It is historic.
Nobody's never done it. No one's been saved before, Barbara. Apparently, this is the first time.
Here's what happened: is it used to be in the hands of the voters only, and now the judges took back some control. So
it was called American Idol. Now it's called American Judges Idol.
Yeah.
Because also too, Barbara, sometimes America would vote based on, like with Sanjaya, he stayed way longer than he should have, and really good people were sent home, and the judges could do nothing about it.
So
now they instituted this new rule.
The other thing I gathered was that they
the
thought...
first black president, American Idol.
But I thought of us.
Same amount of votes go in.
They now have, what, 5 judges instead of 4? Or 4 judges?
4 instead of 3.
So they thought it was too many, and they split them up until 2 and 2.
Yes,
right.
And the audience didn't like that.
No.
So I sort of thought of that with us.
Oh, we could split us
they said,
up?
well, you can talk this section. You haven't, good luck to but, they got the same problem.
We would not obey.
We would never obey.
Not obey.
We must not obey.
No. Okay.
And here's some other things we must not obey. United Airlines just became the 5th major airline who will be charging overweight passengers for 2 seats if they can't fit into one. Now, a spokesperson says it's in response to the hundreds of complaints they received every year from people who end up sharing their seat with an overweight person. Isn't it interesting that they would take all of the complaints that they've gotten about that and not do a damn thing about anything else that's wrong? Hundreds of complaints. What about thousands of complaints? Where's my airline? Where's my baggage?
Well,
what's going on? What?
How
they're working on that too.
But they're not.
This is how they're making good on their loss in terms of people. This is what's happening.
Given that, as it may, does that mean that this is a terrible thing to do if indeed you are in the other seat?
Well, it's sort of like the ground round. You guys ever go there before, the restaurant, when you pay what you weigh? It's like ridiculous at this point.
But this is like the Blagojevich rule. If you want the seat, you have to pay for it.
No, but also too, is it so shocking? Is it so? Is it so shocking that they would do that? I mean, now you got to pay for a second bag. Now if you want even a seat in the exit row, you got to pay more money. I mean, you got to pay for your soda. You got to pay for your food. And the thing about it is, you go on overweight and then you come out looking like a crackhead because they don't give you any food. You got to pay for everything on the doggone plane.
I'm certainly not a spokesperson for the airlines, but I do think they're trying very hard to do their best, and they are losing money. So they do have to pay for extra baggage. It's a little safer, perhaps. It'll discourage people from taking. I mean, I don't think this is a good rule.
I thought gas went down. Don't use that gasoline.
This is them in an attempt to get some extra money. It's caca.
Less people are traveling. They're trying to make good on their funds. Bottom line.
Get there on time. Leave on time. Get there on time. Tell people the truth when they come in and the stuff says delayed and everybody goes, is it delayed? And they go, you'll have to ask the person next to over there.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not good.
All of that is true.
And I know that we fly.
A 400-pound person in a coach seat is not right. It's too fat, I'm telling you. You can't sit in a coach seat next to somebody that big. People don't fit.
Sounds like the wrong thing to say, but...
It sounds politically incorrect.
Then why don't... well, okay, then, because they've adopted all of these other things, why don't they make seats for bigger people? Because, they said people... Wait. Then people say, no, because they said, well, listen, you can't smoke on the plane. We think it's bad for the entire plane. You shouldn't be able to smoke. So make a section for people who need bigger seats.
You should have to pay. If they make a section for bigger seats,
you don't have to pay more to be in a plane that doesn't smoke. That's bogus. That's bogus, man.
If the armrest goes up, okay,
I don't like it when an armrest goes up.
And then you are on, say, 2% of my seat, and I paid for that 2%. That's where they're making this argument.
But it's like real estate. If you buy a bigger house, you pay more money.
Yeah.
I mean, that would make absolute sense if it were reasonable to think that suddenly, because now some people have complained because people are too big or they're taking up too much seats, or the damn seats are really small.
Well,
I mean, there is, you know, yes, they are. They are small.
On the plane to charge more people more money to make good on the flights that people aren't taking.
No, I'm talking about booty room. I'm talking about booty room. I'm not talking about leg room, because in coach, you get only this much leg room to begin
coach, the leg room is more important.
Unless they charge more for those seats, they're going to lose money.
What about mothers that have infants, you know, screaming babies? If you make a section for them, or if you make a section for people who are too tall.
I know that screaming babies are going to be on the plane, like I know fat people are going to be on the plane, like I know really skinny people are going to be on the plane, and black people, and people who smell bad. I mean,
that's why you on a bus.
That's why you don't fly.
I think too, like, I don't know, I think it just comes down to space, price per inch.
Yeah.
Well, then it has to go up for everybody then, because if you have your baby and your baby seat, then it's going to cost you more. They pay you
for it. Jeffrey on the baby seat. It costs the same amount as an adult when you take a baby. They don't give you a discount.
If they get their own seat.
If they get their own seat, which I do on the coach.
So you have to pay a separate ticket.
Yeah.
Unless they sit on your lap.
Unless they sit on your lap.
But people are usually very, you know, with it all, people are very understanding about people traveling with children.
No, they're not.
No,
they're not. Where'd you get that? Well, I need to fly with you, Barbara. Well, I told you that dude sent me the text on the plane and said he was getting a headache from my son.
I fly a lot,
You understanding?
yes, I am. I really am. Sometimes I even hold the baby.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, I really need to fly with you.
The babies. Are you kidding? I saw her on American Airlines with a baby.
And you do it in public.
I do it. People complain.
That's why you can't go to the coffee shop anymore, because you're always just flashing some milk somewhere, trying to put something in a cup.
Boob. It is available for your baby.
Oh, so like...
But not for you.
Ew! I'm blind!
Under the right circumstances.
We're going out right now, and we'll come back with more hot topics. But as we go, here's Jay Leno having some fun with us last night.